Good was good. So obviously, um, the New York Giants falls to 0-2 in the preseason. Now for let's just be clear, right? Let's just be clear, because I want to be super clear about this. Okay, winning has everything to do with how you play, right? If you 0-3, 0-2, 0-4 in preseason, obviously we're just playing 3 games. You want to have that momentum going into the regular season, because whether or not the players that you see on the field today may not be there come Sunday, you know. So it's like one of those turn off, turn on type situations. Like, okay, we lost to the Jets, we lost to the Browns, which obviously I said we was gonna lose to, and I was right. I'm always right when it comes to this team, because this team is obviously a walking mediocrity type of team, you know? They never cease to amaze me, you know? Like every single year you would have thought, oh, here comes the Giants. Oh, wait, hold on. It's always the same Giants. Nothing has changed, you know? But you want to have some type of momentum going into the regular season, which is obviously next month, right? Um, so they're going to be facing the Broncos week 1 at home around 4 o'clock. Like I said, if you want to call that a primetime game, you can. It's America's game, so it is what it is. But, I mean, yeah, I mean, it gets no realer than that, you know? Didn't sack a quarterback in the last 2 games, which is obviously going to be a glaring hole for this team if they want to get consistent pressure. They don't even have a pass rusher, you know? Like, why in the blue hell did the Giants go from a 4-3 to a 3-4? Why? They don't have linebackers like that. They're not the Ravens. They're not the the Cardinals. They're not the Steelers. They're not the Dolphins. Those teams, they can plug in, plug out athletic linebackers. We don't have linebackers like that. Okay? Our bread and butter was always a 4-3 because we could always get after the quarterback with our front four. Now you see how Washington is very damn effective doing that. You know, I mean, they got the linebacker from Kentucky. They got Swartz. They got Chase Young. They actually surrounded Chase Young with talent, kind of like how my Knicks are with R.J. Barrett. You know what I'm saying? They're surrounding R.J. Barrett, or they surrounding Chase Young with a lot of great talent. What are the Giants doing? So when the Giants need pressure, obviously they did not get one single sack today. They didn't get one single sack against the Jets. They didn't get one single sack against the Browns. And it's a glaring hole. I know people are going to look over it. Oh, it was the backups. It was the third strings. It was the fourth strings. Starters makes no difference who's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like the damn Buccaneers starters was out there against the Bengals and they got creamed. Okay? They got creamed. Some teams start their starters, some teams don't. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Tom Coughlin, if we didn't put our best foot forward against the Patriots, oh, we should rest them. oh, we should do this. Who would have, we don't know what would have happened. But the simple fact that we got to that point, to the simple fact that we got to that point to where Tom Crumpton said, you know what? They playing for something, we playing for everything. F it, let them play. You know, because there was huge ramifications that, oh, if somebody gets hurt and this and that, you can't think like that. You're thinking scared. You got to think rational. I mean, you got to think logically. You got to think positive. You know what I'm saying? Like if we didn't pull that trigger, who would have known what would have happened? But we did, and everything turned out right. You know what I'm saying? No Daniel Jones in the first two preseason games. Okay, that's fine. You don't want to risk injury. You don't want to, because I remember when Eli Manning with him against the Jets. Remember, it was Monday Night Football, right? He was handing it off to Brandon Jacobs. The defensive end just bull rushed one of our offensive linemen. Eli Manning's face mask got stuck, I think, inside, like, or hit Brandon Jacobs, you know, uh, stomach. And then obviously you could see a whole bunch of blood gushing. Obviously he was okay, and obviously they took him out. But incidents like that, it kind of, it's a scary situation, you know what I'm saying? So I understand why the Giants took Daniel Jones out of these preseason games. I don't mind if I don't see Daniel Jones in the next final preseason game. I really don't. Save him, make the backups play as much as possible because you want to see what you got in these backup quarterbacks. We all know what Daniel Jones can do if he can stay healthy all 17 games? No, 18 games. So we just got to see what these backup quarterbacks look like. So when he goes down again, if he would go to down again, we could count on, okay, yeah, Mike Glennon showed some flashes. You know what I'm saying? He's this or that, or when when preseason ends, we could still pick up guys, that got waiver, you know what I'm saying, off of other teams and stuff like that. So we'll be okay in that department. But you don't want to go down 0-2 in preseason. You really don't. I mean, and it's not even because of it's not even because of oh, they're fighting for roster spots. It's just momentum. It's just momentum heading into the regular season. You wanna end preseason off on a good note. Now, obviously, I do have the Giants winning their final preseason games because every time we face the Patriots, whether Tom Brady is there or not, we always play very well against them. You know what I'm saying? We always play well against them. I remember when Hakeem Nicks torched the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So it was in preseason game. He was wearing number 18 at the time, but he changed it to number 88. But I remember the quarterback threw it up and then he just caught it and then he just took it to the house. So we always play well against the Patriots, whether it's regular season, preseason, obviously Super Bowl. We always play well against the Patriots. So I expect the Giants to come out and win. So they'll be they'll be 1-2. And I mean that's it. And as for the regular season, I have them going 8-9. I have them going 8-9, and I have them missing the playoffs again. No knock on them. It's just, I mean, like I said, I'm just beating the horse right now because people don't understand how great defenses are. They just assume, oh, we swept Washington. That was last year. Stop talking about last year. That was last year. We don't have the same players that we had last year on this team. Okay? Because last year we had Eli Manning. Eli Manning is not on his team no more. So, like going against two great defenses, it's not really it isn't an easy task. Whether they're good up front or whether they have a solid secondary. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two pieces on the defense. It's either you have a great front four or you have a solid secondary that can break up passes and kind of like how the Buccaneers were last year. You know what I'm saying? But if you have to blitz, if you have to do this, if you have to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like we just don't have it like that. Like if we had athletic linebackers, then okay, but we don't. You know, and our bread and butter used to be a 4-3. And Washington is taking a page of our playbook. Well, not our, but they just built through the draft, and you see that. And that defense is going to continue to get better and better and better. It's a shame that they still don't have a damn quarterback because I kid you not, if the Washington football team had a decent quarterback, there is no way that they're losing this division every single year. They might as well, I mean, might as well break the Eagles three-peat. You know what I'm saying? If they had a, you know, quarterback. And I don't use the word if a lot, but I'm just saying, the last quarterback that they had, I forgot his name, but he won the Super Bowl for them. But that was when he was, but that was when they was called the Washington Redskins at the time. They've gone through a lot of quarterbacks, a lot. So, RG3, Kirk Cousins, Donovan McNabb, John Beck, Jason Campbell. I mean, just countless quarterbacks that haven't done anything for them. So, I mean, they still have that Heineken dude. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he's the answer. I mean, he did a pretty good job last year in the playoffs. So, who knows? Maybe if Matt Fitztragic stinks it up, they have no choice but to, put him in. Or they could have grabbed one in the draft. But you know, uh, it is what it is. But that's the only thing that's the only Achilles heel that's holding the Washington football team back. They don't have a quarterback, you know, and this is going to be a lingering problem until they figure it out or until they solve it, you know. But the Giants had a chance to draft Chase Young as well too. Y'all remember that. Like if we would have lost our last two games against the Washington football team, and I forgot who we faced. I think it was the Eagles. We could have been picking number two. Obviously the Washington football team would have been picking where they at. So we had a chance to grab a Chase Young, but we didn't. We won our last three or two remaining games. So that obviously moved us even further up while the Redskins lost their last two. So obviously, you know how that went. They moved down, we moved up. So, and Chase Young is one heck of a player. Jesus Christ. Like he reminds me of Sean Taylor so much. It's because that's the closest thing that the Redskins had to a very great player. They had Clinton Portis, they had Fred Smoot. I mean, they had a pretty good squad. So, I mean, you can see the hype and potential in Chase Young. And I'm telling you, if they have a damn quarterback, man, I mean, that's the only one thing that's holding them back. I'm telling you, is the quarterback. If they can figure out that situation, it's over. Because defense travels, whether you're playing in the NFL or NBA, it travels. They have a pretty good offense if they can find, like I said, a quarterback. So, I mean, but for right now, I'm still picking the Washington football team to win this division again. Dallas is probably going to come in third. No, Dallas is going to come in second. Philly's going to come in third. And the Giants are going to come dead last again. I don't trust Jason Garrett. I never liked him. I never liked him as a coach. He was a terrible quarterback as a player. I don't know why the Giants keep on recycling these old have-not players or whatever you want to call Jason Garrett. He sucks, okay? If he didn't suck, he would have still been the damn Cowboys head coach. That goes to tell you how much of a sorry-ass play calling he is, okay? I don't care. Like, listen, if the offense doesn't click this year, just move on. Just move on from him. Find another offensive coordinator that can do the job. Hell, hire Ben McAdoo again. Well, no, I'm not gonna go that far, but just hire somebody that can that they know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when Ben McAdoo came in for Eli Manning, you saw the difference. You saw the difference. From Pat Shurmur to Ben McAdoo, you saw the difference. With Pat Shurmur, Eli Manning was getting sacked. He was throwing interceptions. With Ben McAdoo, you saw Eli Manning get the ball out of his hands fast. You saw him, taking less sacks. Why? Because Ben McAdoo implemented the same offense that he had in Green Bay. Why do you think Aaron Rodgers had less interceptions and more touchdowns? Eli Manning had less interceptions, more touchdowns. But Jason Garrett just plays to that weird type of dysfunctional offense. Like, dude, you're an offensive coordinator. Okay? Find ways to make Daniel Jones better. Jason Garrett did not make Dak Prescott or Tony Romo better. Okay? I think Wade Phillips had the best. I think Wade Phillips had the best out of Tony Romo, right? When Jason Garrett replaced him, it was still Tony Romo's team, but obviously he's with the collarbone and all his injuries, he had to retire. So, obviously in came Dak Prescott and he took over. You know what I'm saying? Him and Ezekiel Elliott had that great rookie season together. And then after that, it just went downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? So I think Jason Garrett, it all depends up to Jason Garrett. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and blame Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones have to play better as well too. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not, okay, it's just Jason Garrett's fault. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be Daniel Jones' fault as well. So because facing two elite, well, I'm not gonna call them elite, but I'm gonna call them two solid defenses, two solid good defenses that they're going up against. Okay, two. It's not gonna be easy. Really isn't. Broncos have a very good pass rusher, and they got a very good secondary. Just like the Broncos. Just like the Washington football team, the Broncos are facing the same dilemma. Great defense, but the quarterback is suspect. Now, obviously, Luck, he's pretty good. Not Andrew Luck, but the other Luck, he's pretty good. Teddy Bridgewater, he's more mobile than Luck is, but he can obviously do damage with his leg as well. So, I thought Aaron Rodgers was gonna go to the Broncos, but I was sadly mistaken. He was signed with the Packers, so that's on me. So, but I was just hypothetically saying if he would have went to there, you know what I'm saying. But he didn't, so it is what it is. So they're just gonna have to pull. They're just gonna have to play with who they got. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Luck, whether it's Teddy Bridgewater, whoever it is who gets to start week 1, I think it's gonna be Teddy Bridgewater because they see more potential. I think Teddy Bridgewater is gonna get the start. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, we have a short week, and then we travel to DC to face Washington football team, and that game might probably get out of hand. Knowing how embarrassed the Giants, knowing how we embarrassed them last year, who knows? Maybe Washington can sweep. Maybe Washington will sweep us this year. It's vice versa. Whatever happens last year, it's not going to happen the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like teams get better, teams revamp, teams get better. You know, it's just a full 9 yards. So you're not going to expect what happened last year to follow into 2022 or 2021 through 2002 or 2022, I should say. It's not going to happen. The cards might get flipped. Washington football team might wind up, and I'm going to say this on note. Washington football team will sweep us. I'm just saying. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. Karma comes back to you full. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, could be. But yeah, man, that's all I have to say. This team freaking drives me crazy. That's why I don't necessarily talk about the Giants a lot on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Something is obviously dead in New Jersey. But the Giants are gonna get it off to a rough start again. I mean, you can obviously tell. Preseason says a lot. Whether you think it doesn't matter, preseason says a lot. You want to win your games. You have to win your games. You telling me you can't beat the Jets and the Browns? Really? But you gonna freaking go out there and beat the Patriots who smoked the damn Eagles. What was it, like 30-something, 36 to something? Like it was just not good at all. So, but we always play very well against them, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Maybe that was the Patriots Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're gonna beat us in the Super Bowl? Okay, watch this. Watch us blow you out and stuff. Just a humor joke. But anyways, man. Like I said, man, this is gonna be deja vu all over again. This is gonna be like last year all over again. The Saints gotten better. The Panthers got better. So you could be looking at another 0-4, but I obviously have them winning 8-9, missing the playoffs. Now, obviously, if they somehow get to the playoffs, they're gonna need help. They're gonna probably need like 3 teams to lose or 3 teams to win and 1 team to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like scenario wise. Like how in 2010 where we went 10-6, but we needed the Bears to beat the Packers, but that didn't happen. We needed I think we needed the Lions to beat some other team, which obviously they did, but we were depending on the Bears to beat the Packers that Sunday night, and obviously they didn't. They lost, so we were automatically eliminated. You see how that works. The same thing from